the acting president, the Honorable Acting President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Colonel Retired KC Dimohadi, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade, Honorable Professor Dr. Murwira. Allow me to say all protocols observed in the interest of time. Esteemed guests, it is my pleasure to offer these remarks at this meeting, convened to collectively mobilize resources in response to devastating floods experienced in the Republic of Mozambique recently. We are reliably informed that the Republic of Mozambique received incessant rains that swept across 4 provinces, leaving thousands of people affected. Honorable Acting President, the floods caused widespread destruction, damaging agricultural fields and critical infrastructure such as roads, bridges, schools, and hospitals, among others. The following provinces were affected: Gaza Province, Nampula Province, Maputo, and Maputo Metropolitan. And as a result, the Republic of Mozambique has appealed for humanitarian assistance in the form of food, non-food items, and airlifting services to evacuate marooned people. It is in this regard that the country expresses solidarity with our brothers and sisters in our neighboring country during these trying times. And it is of paramount importance to note we have already deployed trained emergency response teams to respond to the situation. This resource mobilization meeting is therefore both timely and necessary, as it provides us with a platform to translate our collective concern into concrete assistance that will help save lives, restore dignity, and rebuild communities. Honorable Acting President, as brothers and sisters, we have always stood in solidarity with each other during times of crisis. Today, it is a clarion call to all Zimbabweans to join hands in mobilizing resources to assist our Mozambican brothers and sisters. I am confident that we will all rise to the occasion as we did during our response to devastating floods experienced in the Republic of Malawi in December 2025. As the region is grappling with adverse weather events, Zimbabwe not spared, there is urgent need to strengthen regional cooperation, invest in early warning systems, enhance disaster preparedness, and build climate-resilient infrastructure and livelihoods. Whilst the rains have brought much-needed relief following recurring droughts, they have also heightened risks to communities, livestock, and crops, particularly in flood-prone areas. In the wake of these emergencies, Zimbabwe is working tirelessly to provide relief and strengthen resilience in vulnerable communities. As I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, and with these few remarks, let our actions today send a powerful message to the people of the Republic of Zimbabwe, so to the people of the Republic of Mozambique, that they are not alone in this problem. We are with them. I thank you.
Thank you very much.
Our Minister of Local Government and Public Works, Honorable Garwe, His Excellency, Ambassador of the Republic of Mozambique to Zimbabwe, His Excellency Kaval, may I say all protocols observed. Honorable Acting President, Section 12 of our Constitution enshrines the principles of regional cooperation and the spirit of Pan-Africanism, reminding that our national destiny is bound to the well-being of our neighbors and the stability of our region. This ceremony is a direct expression of that mandate, affirming that our strength lies in continental solidarity and the mutual responsibility we share as sovereign states. Zimbabwe's commitment is further reflected within the neighborhood principle of our foreign policy as enunciated by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, which remains the cornerstone of our collective engagement within the Southern African Development Community and the wider world. Zimbabwe and Mozambique are linked by a shared history and geography that define our common destiny. This directs that any challenge facing our neighbor is a challenge we face together, as disaster in one nation inevitably affects the collective. By upholding the principle of mutual responsibility among sovereign states, we demonstrate our commitment to the preservation of human dignity. Our commitment to these principles finds expression through ZIMAID, which facilitates a collective and timely response to the devastating floods impacting the provinces of Gaza, Maputo Metropolitan, and Nampula. This underscores our sovereign responsibility to build and safeguard the great SADC house together. SADC inova kwanebenebayo. By pooling our resources and expertise, we demonstrate that the prosperity and security of our region are best secured through the agency and mutual support of its own people. SADC is built by its own people. Twalumba, tatenda, siyabonga. Muito obrigado. With these few remarks, may I take this moment to have the privilege of inviting you, Honorable Acting President, to give your remarks. I thank you, Honorable Acting President.
Pray be seated. The Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Harare Metropolitan Province, Honorable Senator Charles Tabengwa, as represented. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade, Honorable Professor Dr. A. Murwira. The Minister of Local Government and Public Works, Honorable D. Gare. Other honorable ministers and deputy ministers here present. Your Excellency, the Ambassador of the Republic of Mozambique to Zimbabwe, Ambassador Carvalho, the Acting Chief Secretary to the President and Cabinet, George Charamba, Permanent Secretaries, senior government officials, officials from the Embassy of Mozambique, corporate partners and stakeholders, captains of industry, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to address you today as we gather for this important mobilization and handover ceremony under the ZIMAID framework, in solidarity with the government and the people of the Republic of Mozambique, following the devastating floods that have affected the provinces of Gaza, Maputo Metropolitan, and Nampula. Allow me at the outset to convey on behalf of the government of the people of Zimbabwe our heartfelt sympathy and deep solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Mozambique who have been affected by this tragic natural disaster. The loss of lives, destruction of homes, crops, and livelihoods, and the displacement of hundreds of thousands of families is a painful reminder to the growing vulnerability of our region to climate-induced disasters. Ladies and gentlemen, these floods are not an isolated occurrence. They are part of a broader pattern of extreme weather events driven by climate change phenomena that are increasingly beyond human control, yet whose consequences are borne most heavily by developing countries. As Southern Africa, we continue to face cyclones, floods, droughts, heat waves that undermine food security, infrastructure, and human development. This reality calls for strengthened preparedness, resilience, and above all, collective action. It is in this spirit of collective responsibility that the government of Zimbabwe responded promptly to the urgent request for assistance from the Republic of Mozambique. Guided by our values of solidarity, good neighborliness, and African unity, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Dr. Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, graciously permitted the deployment of air rescue helicopters to support search and rescue operations in the affected areas in Mozambique. This tangible support underscores Zimbabwe's unwavering commitment to regional cooperation and humanitarian assistance. I wish to acknowledge and commend the government of Mozambique for its close coordination and support of this deployment. Such cooperation exemplifies the strong bonds that exist between our two sister republics. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, Zimbabwe and Mozambique are more than neighbors. We are one people, bound together by shared borders, intertwined cultures, shared rivers and ecosystems, and a common history forged during the liberation struggle. Our freedom was achieved through collective sacrifice, mutual support, and unwavering solidarity. It is, therefore, only natural that in moments of adversity, we stand together as one family. This is the essence of Ubuntu, that profound African philosophy which reminds us that I am because we are. When Mozambique hurts, Zimbabwe feels the pain. When Mozambique calls, Zimbabwe responds. The same is true of the other way around. Mozambique has come to our help time after time. This is our way of saying thank you. Today's mobilization under the ZimAid framework demonstrates this Ubuntu spirit in action. I commend the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Trade for its coordination role as the lead ministry for ZimAid, as well as the ZimAid Committee for swiftly convening stakeholders to shape a coherent and impactful response. I further commend the Civil Protection Unity for its leadership in disaster management or disaster response and coordination, and the Ministry of Lands, Agriculture, Fisheries, and Rural Development for facilitating the release of emergency grain through the Grain Marketing Board. At this critical time, the food assistance is essential, particularly for families whose crops and livelihoods have been destroyed by these disasters. To all Zimbabweans, to all stakeholders present, government institutions, the Grain Marketing Board, the private sector, civil society, and our development partners, I express sincere appreciation for standing with the people of Mozambique.
What is Ubuntu? Once again, let us give the Honorable Acting President another round of applause. I will now give the floor